This is the Westhope Hour, and yep, this is the start of potentially a new podcast series for the channel. So this is me, TGC, and yep, this is my face. It's the first time I've revealed my face on my channel, but you may have seen it on LB Podcast. So be sure to check that. Be sure to check their channel out. And
Ooh.
Okay, we're back. Right. Sorry about that. It's just because I'm trying a different location as well, and everything just went off. That was embarrassing. But anyway, yep. So I've got two guests with me today. We've got Ben.
All right.
And we've got George.
Hello.
All right. How are you two doing today then?
Good.
Good. I only woke up half an hour ago.
Let's hope I don't have too many hiccups in this stream then, but we'll see. But anyway, right. So as I might have already told you two, I've got three topics, but I wasn't planning to reveal them till the podcast itself. But like I said, there should be three topics you'll both know about and be able to discuss. So the first one is this one, which is the fact that Microsoft have now bought Bethesda, haven't they? I know this is sort of old news, but you know, they bought Bethesda after the EU approved the acquisition and so on and so forth. Even though this was a few weeks ago now, but I think I might have an article on it actually. Let me just see. If I've got it. Yeah, I've got one here. So I'll just share the screen if I can do that. Let me just try and do that. Let me see 1 minute. Okay. Let's try it. Okay. And there we go. Is that showing? Yeah, that's showing. Yeah. So yeah, this is just the article that I found on it. And like it says here, some future games will be exclusive to Xbox and PC players, which is interesting. What do you two think about it?
Well, I mean, personally, I think when the news came out, I was kind of I wasn't really surprised because I know that Microsoft have spent a good couple of years now acquiring studios, usually smaller studios. So this was big news, obviously. But, I don't think it's a cause for concern because their record when it comes to acquiring studios and kind of boosting their status is pretty good. I know that Bethesda doesn't need like boosting because it's a big, you know, it's a big mainstream games developer and publisher and stuff. But I don't think there'll be many downsides. The only one I can think of is, like you said before, if there's now games that won't come to like PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5 because of it, I think that could probably upset a few people.
Yeah, that's true. I was just going to say, has one of you not got earphones in or something, if you don't mind me saying, just because I think I can hear myself when I'm talking.
It might be me, but I haven't got earphones in there.
No.
I can hear the echo through my ones as well, so I don't know if it's anything to do with me.
Yeah, like I say, I've got. I don't know. I'm not sure.
I've tried different audio method.
Okay.
Just let me know if that sounds a bit better as well. But
I'll just say something. Hello. Yeah, that sounds fine. Maybe it was you then. I don't know, but that's good. What do you think about this then, George? About Microsoft buying Bethesda?
I think it's quite good. It's a shame that some games won't come to PlayStation, but I think it will give Microsoft and Xbox itself more of a push with PC gaming as well, which I think it's quite nice to have more exclusives for the Xbox. Like with the new one just released with the PS5, not having anything on there really on start date. Maybe now they can actually have some really good games coming just to the Xbox itself.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it'll give them some good exclusives. I mean, I suppose it's fine. I mean, I know that I don't personally have an Xbox One or a Series X. I might get a Series X in the future. We do have a PS4, but so in that aspect, it might be a bit of a shame. But I do have a PC, so that's not too. So I guess it's all right that it's exclusive to Xbox and PC. But yeah, it could be a bit unfortunate for PlayStation players, but yeah, it's quite a big deal. So yeah, I think there are some also, just some other things on this article, such as like it says there, Elder Scrolls 6 was announced in 2016. It's been a while since I've heard anything about it, which is true. And then also says Microsoft will add additional Bethesda games to the Game Pass, for example. So so I mean that should be interesting.
Yeah.
And there's actually a video here as well on the website, which is on YouTube, but sort of an interesting video, so we could watch that. I'll just
that could be good.
I'll go to the link itself and let me just double check what's showing, just so I know what's going on. Okay, I think I need to change the tab. Let me just I'll just stop that a moment and then just share it. Share the tab I want to share. Right, that one. Okay. Yep, I think we can all see it. Yep. Okay, hopefully you can all hear the audio too. Okay. Right. So this is an interesting video. So yeah, quite a cool video, I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just on the article itself, and yeah, I guess it seems like. What are you
I
going to say?
definitely
Sorry.
think the games. I was going to say the games were definitely very nice and clean up on the Xbox. Looking at what was there already.
I know. Yeah, you look at that. I mean, those cinematics. Yeah, they're really smooth
Yeah.
and graphically polished. Yeah. I was just going to say, yeah, that video. I guess it's just it's sort of looking at what they've done in the past, but then also looking ahead to the future. So, yeah, I guess it's a new beginning, a new journey with Microsoft. So it's interesting. Do you have anything to say? Anything else to say about it, Ben? Or
no, I mean, obviously, I'd say I don't really. Actually, that's not true. I think when it comes to like video game companies, there are some that I kind of avoid and some that I would probably prefer. And I think, obviously, I've played games like Skyrim, Fallout 4, Doom, Wolfenstein in the past couple of years, and so I lean towards them as a game dev to know what's good to buy and good to play. And so it hasn't really changed that, I guess.
Oh yeah, I've played. I mean, the only one of those games that you mentioned that I've played is Skyrim, which is good. Been a while since I played it actually, but I'm assuming you've probably played Skyrim as well, George.
I haven't.
I haven't.
I'll be honest with you, I've never played Skyrim or Fallout.
Oh, okay.
I mean, either of them. Like, I've seen quite a lot on the games themselves. So I watched a lot of gameplay, but I've never physically played the games. I would like to try a Skyrim one of those because I've heard quite a lot about it.
Yeah, I would recommend Skyrim.
Yeah.
Mm.
But I've never touched the games, so unfortunately, just watched quite a bit on them.
Huh.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'd recommend Skyrim as well, like Ben said. But yeah, like I said, Skyrim is the only one I've played out of the ones that Ben mentioned. So do either of you have anything else to say on it or on the matter?
I can't think of anything for me.
No. I guess I already asked Ben. So I think then I'll move on to the next topic, which is, and this one's not news, so it is just what game are you currently playing and what do you think of it? So I'll start with you, George.
I've been playing The Lonely Assassins. It is more of a mobile game. But I forget what you call it. But basically, the game's basically like a normal phone, but like you find a random person's phone, and you basically have to figure out who the phone belongs to, and basically find them and find out what happened to them by like decoding the messages or the emails. This one's about Doctor Who. After the episode Blink in series 3, so it's basically got that element to it of like characters from the actual show showing videos and basically trying to figure out little bits and pieces like that. So, and it really does get your brain going and trying to figure out what this problem is, how to solve it, how to basically get to the next part. So and it's a very, very good game.
Nice. So you mentioned Doctor Who. So is it a Doctor Who game then?
It is, yes. The same company make games just like it. But it's basically trying to defeat the angels at this manor house. and it's man house. It is a part of the show, but they made a website for it, leading up to the game's release, basically, and with all like mysteries and conspiracies on it, and you'd use that in the game itself to figure out what was happening in the game, and if you watch Blink, you know more about that episode to figure out what was happening in this game, basically. But when you are playing it, it's not like a normal mobile game. It's like your phone is somebody else's phone, if you know what I mean. So, so it's got all of the messages and emails and photos of that person, and it goes very in depth with some of the things that happens in it. Like you'll get random calls during the game. You'll get videos sent, and it's basically trying to figure out what's happening in it, and how to basically fix the situation. And it's got that scare factor to it as well, because in the show, if an angel looks at a camera or something like that, it can manifest into a real life, basically. So further going into the game, and more that you're solving, you've got more of that creepy aspect as it looks like it's coming through the phone, basically, and it's got jump scares as well to go with it. So it's a very in-depth and very good game.
So what's the game called again? Sorry.
The Lonely Assassins.
The Lonely Assassins. I'm just going to look it up.
Yeah, definitely have a look.
Oh yeah, it's on Switch, Android, Windows, and iOS.
Yeah.
Okay. Doctor Who: The Lonely Assassins. Oh, so it only came out on the 19th of March.
Yes, it's very recent.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking then that it wouldn't do any harm for us to look at a trailer for it just to see what we think. So
yeah, definitely.
So what I'll do, I'll get this game teaser up. What are you going to say?
If you looked at a lot of the game, I was about to say, if you looked at some more of the gameplay as well, you see how it works quite well.
All right, I'll look it up then. Let's just have a look.
Yeah.
Right. So Doctor Who: The Lonely Assassin. Let's see. What's the Lonely Assassins?
Yeah.
Assassins. Okay. Okay. Right. Oh, so the Doctor Who YouTube channel's uploaded the trailer for it as well. I see.
Yes,
right. So let me just share the screen a minute. Right. Right. Let's see.
And actually, to go well with it, I've got one sitting right by me.
What, a Weeping Angel?
Yeah. Literally one sitting right by me. I didn't realise until just.
I'd be wary of turning around that thing.
Well, it's an actual statue as well, so
yeah.
So just don't blink.
Where did you get the Weeping Angel from, if you don't mind me asking?
It's part of the Egomos collections that they do, like they do Doctor Who. I think I've done Star Wars. I know they do that, the Star Trek ships as well. So like I've got quite a few just by me. Like I've got a couple that here. I've got another 2 here as well. And then I've got about 60 in the boxes, basically in my cupboard. But yeah, there's quite a lot of them, and the was made quite nice.
Nice. Okay, then. So let me just get this trailer of the game up so we can make up our mind on it and so on. Right.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to play this trailer first.
So all this basically shows up as your phone.
Oh, nice.
Okay. All right. That was actually quite short, that trailer. But you said that there's also some gameplay as well.
Yes, there should be.
Yeah. If let's just have a look.
If you go to like that top video, then from one of the channels that I normally watch, the Heretics.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah, that one. It goes through the whole thing, and you can see some other gameplay in that, basically.
Okay. Let's have a look. I have to wait for this.
I don't know if you guys have been watching that, but it's been quite good.
Yeah. I've watched the first 2 episodes, but I haven't watched the third one yet.
Yeah, when it only came out yesterday, didn't it?
What did you say? Sorry.
It only came out yesterday as well.
Have you watched that 3rd episode then? Or
yes, I have. It's quite good.
Nice. I know we're going off on a slight tangent, but I think it's interesting the direction that they've decided to go in with the show, isn't it? Don't you think?
Oh, it definitely is. And definitely what happens in episode 3, I think you'll find really interesting because you wouldn't expect it at all, basically.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Have you watched the 3rd episode then? Or...
Of Doctor Who, or
no, of Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
Oh yeah, no, I did. I watched it last night.
Okay, I haven't watched it yet, but I've watched the first 2.
Well, all I'll say is Zemo is like he steals the show. Just
yeah.
Okay.
Love that man.
All right then. So let's have a little look at some gameplay then, I guess, just to see what we think, because that trailer didn't really show us any gameplay, did it?
No, it doesn't.
No.
So you're basically speaking to one of the Doctor Who characters, Osgood, basically, and she's basically helping you throughout the story.
Yeah, again, I know. It's because it's just with some videos, isn't it? There's ads all the time.
Yeah,
so annoying. Yeah. Right.
As I say, it has uploaded part 2, which is very more in depth with the gameplay.
Oh yeah.
But like you can see, he's using his computer, but that's what it would look like on the phone itself.
Oh yeah. Okay. So are these these photos then? Are these are they just all in the game? They're not sort of personalized or whatever.
Yeah, they're all in the game, but you scan clues basically. So you scan the photos, scan messages, emails, the websites as well, and you basically scan them to basically figure out what happens. So like you can see now, he scanned that clue and he'll upload that to Osgood. and that will carry on the game and make it go further on, basically.
Okay. Just a bit random. Oh, sorry, go on.
Yeah. I was gonna say, if you went to episode 2, you could see how more glitchy and how the game goes on basically more near the very end.
Oh yeah. I'm just having a look along here. So. All right, I'll have a look at part 2 then and see what's changes.
I'm guessing it should be underneath. But I'm guessing if you go when the trailer comes, if you go to basically the middle of the
trailer. What trailer?
No, not the trailer. The video. If you go to the middle of the video, you'll probably see a lot more.
This bit.
Yeah, about that. Yeah, about there.
Sorry.
I'd say.
That's some actual live action footage.
So like there's live action footage, but as it carries on, you'll see how the phone's basically glitching out because of the angel that's basically coming through the phone.
Oh yeah.
Like you'll probably see.
Sorry about this buffering. If that's me, I'm not sure that's my video or not.
I'm guessing it could just be the.
It could be part of it. It's just it looks like the YouTube buffering thing, doesn't it?
Yeah. Like if you just get a few minutes, you'll probably see a bit more.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Like, and that comes right on your phone.
Oh no, I think that buffering is part of the video, isn't it? Yeah.
I'm guessing so. Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't want to have any more problems.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So it's one of these games that has live action footage in it.
Yes, it's live action. It has the calls as well.
Hmm.
But then you have that bits on the phone that start glitching out and affecting the phone.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Like that. Then you have the random calls.
Oh yeah. So I guess then that so is the game mainly just using the phone and watching videos and live action footage? Then is it?
Yeah, kind of. But then you have to go and find out all the information to go on. Upload it to carry on the game and get to the footage because there's a lot more text and calls and searching at the start of the game. I think when it comes near the end, because it's trying to scare you a bit more, there is more live action footage with the angels itself.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
But yeah,
I did just look it up on Google. I just want to I just want to change the tab a minute just to see what I don't know, any review scores or whatever. You know, of course, at the end of the day, it's down to what you think of it in your opinion. But
yeah,
I just want to see. There's nothing here,
but I'll definitely to see some reviews on it.
Let me just see if there's any sort of review scores or anything like that. Okay, so that's Metacritic though, so that sort of combines the different critic websites, 75% and 80% on OpenCritic, which is, it's not too bad.
Yeah,
I guess it's one of those games where, I guess it's like with every genre of game, but it's one of those games where it's not for everyone.
No, it's definitely one of the better mobile games. Like it's better than just one of those tap games, isn't it? Like if you compare it to Angry Birds or something like that, it's better. It's better than one of them.
Yeah. So, have you ever played this game, Ben? Just out of curiosity.
I haven't. No, I did hear about the new Doctor Who games coming, and to be honest, it made me Made me wonder if we'll ever get like a proper like AAA Doctor Who game that isn't just like.
Yeah, we are getting one on Switch. Later this year, we're getting the Edge of Reality, and that's coming to Switch.
What's that about?
There's not a lot of information about it, but it's basically you have to save the universe. The David Tennant shows up in the trailer, so he's in the game. Saying that, we could probably watch the trailer now, couldn't we?
Yeah, I guess
if
we'll
you
watch the
wanted.
trailer and then I'll ask Ben what he's currently playing. So
Yeah.
All right. So Doctor Who: The Edge of Reality.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, there's one that was released about a year or two back called The Edge of Time, and now this is The Edge of Reality for Switch.
Okay. I'm just going to change the share screen thing so it doesn't so it just shows the entire screen pretty much. Yeah, we'll just do.
Yeah.
Actually, wait. We'll try that. Okay, there we go. So okay, so I've got a teaser here. All right, let's just take a look at this then. See what it's like. Oh, sorry. You can see the video, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, just checking.
You can definitely tell it looks very good.
Yeah, holy shit.
But there's no gameplay though.
No, there's not.
Do that closer to the release day, won't they?
Yeah.
Oh no, cool.
I mean, yes, it's cool.
Oh wow, on all platforms.
Oh, PlayStation 4 that. Oh, and then David turns up.
Ah, so not Jodie then.
Was that his voice?
Yeah, David turns has come back to play the 10th Doctor, so it will basically be him and Jodie Whittaker in this new game.
I have to admit that voice then didn't sound like David Tennant.
No, it does sound a bit different, but it is definitely him.
All right, let's have a look. Let's have a listen again.
I can't actually hear the audio on my end. But,
I'm guessing the audio is not shared, but I tried to do that on my stream the other day, but it completely messed up, so I wouldn't recommend it.
Oh, is it not? Can you not hear the audio?
No.
Well, it's shared audio, but I tried it on mine the other day, and it didn't want it, so I don't know if it would have it on yours.
Could you, when I was sharing it using the other method, could you hear the audio that time?
No.
I could a little bit. I don't know if that's just on my end or something like that. I couldn't hear it like really loud, but I could hear it slightly. So I knew what was happening.
Well, I've Chrome turned down a bit, so that might be it.
Let me just have a look at this. Follow these steps to share a video with audio. Maybe this is what I need to do.
There should, if you just do the way you did it before, but then there's a little box in the corner that says share audio.
Let's have a look. Right, so what I was doing before, I was just sharing a Chrome tab. Oh yeah, the tick box. Yeah. Okay, right. Let's just listen to the voice again then, because I don't think there's really any other significant audio. Right, hopefully you can hear it this time.
Isn't.
Can you hear it now?
I'm the Doctor.
Yeah.
Just probably not the one you were expecting.
So that was meant to be David Tennant's voice.
Yes, it is him, but it does sound a little bit different.
Play that bit again. So I can hear it now, but I didn't hear his voice.
Oh, you want to hear it again?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm the Doctor. Just probably not the one you were expecting.
Yeah, that sounds like him. Yeah. Maybe a little.
Yeah.
I suppose it does. I guess he's just doing a different take on it or something, yeah, on the voice,
Yeah.
or sounding a bit old, maybe. I don't know.
I think it's playing on Night of the Doctor, isn't it? Where it's Paul McGann going, "I'm the Doctor,
Yeah.
but probably not the one you're expecting."
Yeah, I noticed that straight away when I first saw it. I knew exactly where I got it from, because they seem to copy quite a bit of dialogue from older Doctors, don't they?
Honestly, I had thought about that before though, where Paul McGann has only done 2 live action appearances, except for like archive footage and stuff. But he's done like nearly the most audio appearances next to Colin Baker. So I think if they did a game, he'd be the perfect protagonist because it's set right before the Time War and kind of in the missing gap between classic and new Who.
Yeah, well, they did it. I would have liked them to do an actual series with Paul McGann.
Yeah, I think the BBC don't have enough like budget to do 2 at the same time, maybe, or I don't know. Maybe.
Well, I think if they wanted to, they could, because it would do very, very well, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, then. So, go on. Sorry.
I was just saying, because you see how much of the audio costs, and people go and buy it for Paul McGann. Like literally, there's one that came out, I think last year, called Stranded, and it's literally the 8th Doctor stuck on Earth, living in a flat, basically.
Hmm.
And apparently that was meant to be really good.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so oh no, I've gone blank. So Ben, what game are you currently playing then?
Besides, I played a little bit of Star Wars Squadrons to get back into it, and I realized how fun it. Like, I forgot how fun it was, just kind of like doing the fleet battles and stuff. I don't think there's a ton for like to go back to as a game, but it's certainly a nice little Starfighter experience. But for the most part, I've been playing Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time because it came to PC on March 26th. And I also realized that Battle.net, the platform that it's probably going to be permanently on, it's not like Epic Games where they have like an exclusivity thing. Because it's owned by Activision, it's probably going to stay on Battle.net. It doesn't have achievements. And I realized if there's no achievements, then why would I like buy the game again? Because so basically, I just I might have pirated it a little bit, but I don't really. But since I already bought the game on PS4, I don't really have any moral reservations to doing that. And it's really fun. Like I think the kind of difficulty of trying to get the relics and the gems and all that kind of put me off how fun the base game is, because as a platformer, it's addictive. It's like crack, And it's also nice to see it like fully in 60 FPS, except for like one boss level which isn't optimized very well. But
to be fair though, I've played Crash on PS4 because I've got Crash 4 on PS4 because I've got it on there, and the performance is pretty good because we've only got a base PS4 model, the first model, so that's the the weakest in terms of performance, but the performance on it is pretty good.
I think it's quite admirable how they get 60 FPS in a lot of sections of the game.
Yeah, I mean on our PS4 the frame rate does drop at times, but it's not a big issue. But yeah, it's pretty well optimized, I would say.
Yeah,
on PS4 anyway.
Yeah. Well, when I played it on PS4 the first time, I barely know. I maybe noticed it the first time it happened because I was like, oh, that's weird. But then by the end of the game, it just didn't faze me. So, yeah.
So, how well does it perform on your PC then?
Pretty good. Yeah, I mean, I've been able to run it at insane settings. The only time it's kind of lagged a bit was it's the first boss level with Engine. For some reason, it does not like that on insane settings, but because it's, I feel like it's just optimized not very well.
I was going to say actually, I think when I was doing the Engine boss fight on PS4, the performance was the FPS was lower. It might have gone down to 30 or something. Yeah. Yeah, and the cutscene at the end was a bit. wasn't as smooth either. The FPS seemed lower in that cutscene too.
Yeah. Well, it's. I think I imagine the PS5 and Xbox Series X versions have got like a constant 60.
Oh yeah, you'd imagine, yeah.
Yeah,
we should be able to do that. But
they also fixed things because they were. Do you know like the level where you play as Polar and you're chasing Cortex and jumping through the boxes and stuff? Well, basically, I don't know if you remember, but the hitboxes in that were like really bad. Where it'd be like nearly impossible to get all the boxes just because of how precise the crate hitboxes were, and everyone complained about it. Well,
maybe I do, but I can't remember for sure because it's been a while since I played it.
Detail, yeah. But basically, they've pretty much fixed it because I tried my best to like clip the side of the boxes, but I still got all of them. So they've clearly listened to fans and been like, okay, let's fix this.
Good.
Which is good.
Oh, nice. Have you encountered any bugs on the PC version?
That's a good question. I don't think I have. Yeah, like as far as it's pretty like robust as far as PC releases go. Because I know that nowadays, I think the more the further the gaming technology has been developed, the more bugs there are. Just because when you introduce more variables, there's more stuff to go wrong. But I think, because obviously they ported it from the console, I imagine they've probably caught on to all the major bugs now. There was actually one thing where I think I was playing as Torna, and oh no, it wasn't even Torna. What happened when I was playing as Torna and Crash, where I was literally just stood still. I'd spin into a crate that was below a TNT crate, which should theoretically work because you're not spinning the top one, but it killed me like multiple times. And so I had to like stand still, like wait 2 seconds and then spin, which is kind of okay, but not in like a time trial where you have to do it as quickly as possible. So
okay, that's nice. Then, yeah, and you said you were playing Squadrons before, didn't you? It's been ages since I played Squadrons as well. But at the same time, sorry.
I just think they've added 2 new ships to it on either side. So the
I haven't felt
Ender and the what's it called? The B-wing. That was it.
I mean, I haven't been bothered about going back to it personally, just because it's not really. I'm not that into it, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I find that I just find that the base mechanics of like flying, I feel like they're nailed, but in terms of content and multiplayer, it feels pretty like not rushed, but it just feels pretty like half-assed because there's like there's like dogfighting, then there's fleet battles online and offline, and I think that's it, maybe. Or
have you played through the story?
I've played through the story in terms of like multiplayer.
What do you think of the story?
Story, I think the story kind of hit the same for me as Battlefront 2. And I think because they literally got the same people motive to do the campaign for Battlefront 2 and the whole of Squadrons, that it was like, it was just serviceable, really. There wasn't any, besides like a few key moments, like I think when you destroy the kind of like super weapon at the end, although honestly, I would have just, I don't get why we can't just have a level where we go in and destroy the Death Stars at this point, because no one cares about like a random ship they've never heard of before. People want to play that last level of Lego Complete Saga where they're going into the Death Star and they're blowing it up and they're escaping in the coolest way possible.
Well, it's got to wait for the Skywalker Saga.
Yeah, pretty much.
When it comes.
Oh yeah, it got delayed, didn't it?
Oh yeah.
But at least we finally found out something.
Yeah, they're really. I think because TT games don't really have much marketing, or they're quite. They usually just ship the games out and stuff.
What was I going to say? But yeah, the Squadron story wasn't great, but there are a few, nice cameos in there. But yeah, like I say, I just haven't been bothered about going back to it because of just other games I'm focusing on, and I'm just not really bothered about playing it again, to be honest. I mean, like I said in my review, it's definitely not a bad game, but
no,
it's just
there could have been more to it, I think. And if they had a sequel, I'd probably wait for review, because with that one, I basically just I didn't pre-order, but I bought on the day just because I had some money left, and I was like, you know what, fuck it, a new Star Wars game is coming out. Why not just have fun and play it? But I think they need to massively reconsider how much, like, how many modes and how much content.
Yeah, well, future of Star Wars gaming is supposed to be looking good, so.
Oh yeah,
I'm
don't
looking
have
forward to that. Looking forward to it.
Their license expired, so now more studios can actually make Star Wars games.
I don't think it's expired yet. It expires in a few years, I believe, but it's just that I think they've just sort of made deals and contracts with other publishers, I think, and developers. I think that's what it is. I think
well, it might be that the exclusivity, because I know that EA did have like exclusive rights to make Star Wars games. I think
they did, yeah. And like I say, that in that license, I don't think that expires just yet, but it won't just be. But yeah, there'll be other developers involved. So yeah.
At this point, I think I want to see like a sequel to Jedi Fallen Order, but I'm not that bothered about Battlefront 3 because it took like 2 years for Battlefront 2 to get to the place where it is. And Squadrons, I don't know. They'd have to sell me on buying another game like that, I think. As fun as
I still remember Battlefront 2 for the PS2 when that came out. I still remember that. And I've still got that game somewhere.
Yeah, same.
That was a hidden gem for like a few years as well.
It was.
Because it was just like marketed as just like a Star Wars battle game, but the amount of content you could like, well, the amount of like hours you could just sink into that doing all sorts of stuff was crazy.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, are either of you watching the stream just to see whether there's any problems or?
I've opened it like once or twice.
I haven't been watching it now.
Okay.
Does it
look all
fine.
right? It looks fine.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. So yeah, that's good. So like you said, Ben, you've played Squadrons and you're playing Crash 4, which is great. And George, you're playing that Doctor Who game.
Yeah. I was gonna say, are any of you two interested in the new Five Nights at Freddy's game?
Not me personally, no. What about you, Ben?
I've been meaning to like give that series a go, and it did. The trailer did look kind of cool, but yeah.
Yeah, well, the trailer that was released, because it's basically you can walk around everywhere now, and they've released new pictures for it since the trailer come out. Because the trailer that they did was very unpolished. Like the rooms that they show are very bland and got barely nothing in there, but they've released some pictures since, and the game's looking fantastic, and it looks absolutely massive compared to all the other games with free roam. I think this will be a very big game changer for that series, because if I'm right, this is the 8th game now.
It's a what game now? Sorry.
It's the 8th one.
Oh.
Wow! So it's only been a franchise for like less than 10 years, surely.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's 6 or 7 years old.
Wow!
If I'm right.
Yeah, probably.
They did 1 to 4.
They're doing
they did 1 to 4, and then number 5 was this location. Then you had 6 and 7. So 6 was Pizzeria Simulator. That was meant to be the last game, and that finished off the main series. Then you had the 7th one, which was AR or I think special delivery or something like that. Which is more of a VR game, but it basically brought back the killer from the original games as basically a glitch. So and then in this new game Security Breach, because you're meant to be the player is meant to be the main person in charge of all these systems. The glitch basically takes over you, and so in this new game, who was the player in Special Delivery is basically the new killer in this game. So yeah, at the original killer coming back as Glitch Trap, you've got Vanny, who's basically the one who's been taken over and basically killing people. And then you got the new animatronics, of course. But yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just looking it up, and yeah, it looks like it started in 2014.
Yeah,
Wow.
2014
Right, so I
is
think
6
George-
years.
Yeah, well,
They're doing something right, aren't they, with all the sales those games make, you know.
Yeah. But yeah, and I mean with I suppose, you know, with Crash 4 as well, like, you know, I think you've already seen gameplay of it, George, haven't you?
Oh yeah, well, I've been watching yours. I watched your streams on it.
Oh, nice. But of
Yeah.
course, at the same time, I remember when you were streaming as well, and you watched a bit of Crash 4 then as well, didn't you?
Yeah.
The new trailer for the new consoles. So yeah, and I guess the game I'm currently playing is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Oh.
I know that you've played it, George, haven't you?
Oh, I have played it and I love it.
I
Same.
played it a lot with my older brothers, and I was very hyped when it came out.
Nice. I only had it for the Christmas gone, but yeah, I played a fair bit of it since, and yeah, it's good.
What do you think of the new DLC fighters coming out for it?
I've found out about a few, but I have to admit I haven't sort of been following that, to be fair, because I haven't got any of the DLC yet. Or
I can't remember what. And I know what the first set is. They're doing the second set, but I can only think of the latest one that was released when they did the last direct, basically.
I guess let me see if I can. Let's have a look. Let's see. Right. Oh, let me try and do that. There we go. Okay. Last DLC character, maybe.
I wish it was Crash.
I know. Yeah.
I'm so disappointed by some of the ones they've chosen. Also, like Byleth.
Oh yeah, Xenoblade. That was the latest one. So the one that you can see now, the red-headed girl, she can basically switch between another character. So it's basically two characters in one with that, which is quite cool.
Yeah, I suppose a few of them have looked cool. I might have watched it, but I guess we can have a look at it.
I think it was released about a month ago, wasn't it, or something?
Yeah, it says a month ago. Yeah. I guess we can have a look. So
Lego Mario time! Here we go!
Time to add something new to the Lego Super Mario course. Change how Lego Mario reacts to the bricks. Watch out for the poison mushroom. Level Lego Super Mario.
Literally everything around me. I'm literally right here.
One day, Pyra just disappeared.
I really hope that the last one is going to be like a highly requested character or something instead of.
I want it to be Waluigi.
Maybe.
Waluigi. What did you say, Ben? Who did you want?
Crash. I've wanted him since Sonic got announced for Brawl in like 2007. Yeah. I just think I think it's overdue now at this point because Crash is a popular gaming mascot and he's had tons of games on Nintendo consoles. Like XS and Entrance were better reviewed than the console games coming out at the time, and they were on Game Boy.
Yeah, I mean, the first Smash Bros. Game I had was Brawl on the Wii. Well, to be fair, I've only got two. There's that one, and then there's Ultimate. They're the only two I've got.
I think we had everything besides the N64 because none of us owned an N64 as a PS1 family. But
Yeah, I got bored as well.
I just think like pretty much like a big chunk of the Western Smash fan base is requesting Crash, who's always been quite popular in Japan, and his moveset writes itself. I don't know. I just have to hope.
Sorry, I was going to say this trailer for everyone, because they all thought it was going to be a new game up until that moment where she showed the card.
Oh yeah.
Which is so funny when it first happened, because you were watching it, everyone react to it and get really excited, right up until they come and show it, basically.
I think I don't know. I just think the sad thing is that like there's only 2 more opportunities for him to get in for the next, because there's probably not going to be another Fight Pass, and who knows when the next Smash game will come out, and if it will even have the same amount of characters, which is just unlikely at this point.
Yeah.
So.
What would be good if they added all the characters that they got in this game, and then more.
Yeah, because of the licensing, it took a lot of negotiating to get all the old original characters back, because there had to be new deals made, and I wonder if they could just port the game over, to be honest, to like new consoles.
That's probably good.
Maybe.
It looks like there's 4 years between Ultimate and Smash Bros for the 3DS and Wii U.
Yeah, that was
not that means much, because then there's 6 years between the Wii U one and Brawl, and then 7 years between Brawl and Melee. So,
I mean, Smash 4 was good, but like I feel like as soon as Sakurai knew the Switch was in development, he probably just started planning a new game or whatever.
Did it show right at the end all the characters again, or
what at the end of this?
I can't remember if it shows them all.
No, it doesn't look like it. No,
I thought they put them in the mural like with all the other characters.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Let me just check. Don't think so.
Was it not the beginning or anything? Or?
What, the beginning? I'm gonna have to wait for this ad to oh god, it's even longer.
It's literally everything around me. I've literally got Mario's house right here to go with that.
Yeah, my brother's got a few of the sets.
Yeah.
Looks fun.
Not surprised in the slightest, George. Yeah, it doesn't look like. No, it doesn't look like it is in this one. No. No, it doesn't look like it is. But yeah, so who knows when the next one will be? But what did I say again? I said that there's only 4 years between Ultimate and the last Smash Bros. So you never know, but you know, you never know.
It's also that Sakurai, obviously, because he invested so much time into this game and its development, that he probably Masahiro Sakurai, who's basically the creator of Kirby and Kid Icarus and Smash, basically.
Okay. So yeah, that's basically what I'm playing at the moment. And as I've said, I think it's great. And soundtrack's great. I like how there's loads of soundtracks from all the different game franchises as well, and I've got a few favourites. And how you can change all the soundtracks too and whatever. But it seems like there's just loads of content, loads of modes. But I'm still going through the Spirits Adventure mode at the moment.
Yeah, I'm still doing that actually, because I raged quit the other week because I got stuck fighting. I forget what the name is now. I forget a name, basically. But I think the third game has just come out. I can't think of the name. If you show me a list of it, I know it straight away. But
what third game of What were you talking about? Sorry.
On the character that I was fighting that I couldn't defeat. The third one's just come out.
Their third game has just came out.
Yeah, Blade or something like that, Chronicles, or I can't think.
What, Xenoblade Chronicles or something?
Not Xenoblade, no. I'm just trying to think. Hang on. I don't know if I've got my boxes. I do, yes, hang on.
Oops. Well, meanwhile.
Oh, I see.
Where is it? What did you just show? Sorry. Which one? You've got your mic off, George. There we go. What were you?
Sorry.
What were you showing me? Which one?
I'm just trying to find. I'm trying to find the character. Where's it gone? I literally just had it. Oh, it's in the most awkward place. This one down the bottom here, the woman one.
Oh,
The
Splatoon.
one with the ginger hair. Oh,
And then another one next to the ginger hair.
your camera's out of focus.
Oh no, I'm trying to fix it.
Bayonetta?
On the left or
Yes,
right?
that's it. Yeah, Bayonetta,
yeah.
that's it.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I kept getting stuck on. So I haven't played it for a minute.
What difficulty are you playing it on?
Hard.
Okay, I think I've got it on normal or something at the moment.
Yeah, so it is very hard to go and defeat her basically.
I have to admit, I was thinking about changing it to hard, just because I just breeze through certain battles with the character I want to play as. Yeah, because I feel like my main at the moment is Donkey Kong.
I've been playing as the guy from Persona 5. I forget his name.
Let's have a look. See Smash Bros. Ultimate Persona 5.
It should come up straight away.
Is he called Joker?
Yes, that's it, Joker.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my main. That's my main. He was part of the first DLC.
Okay, all right.
But he's very, very powerful.
Nice.
But yeah.
So, were you going to say something, Ben?
No.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I think that's that topic done. So we can move on to the final topic, which is, and this is sort of old news now as well, but I was struggling to think of topics, and then I found some along the way and whatever. So, and it is about the SpongeBob remake. Battle for Peanut Butter and Rehydrated, and this is the title of an article which says that the fact that it's sold more than 1 million means more games like it to come. At least that's what the article's saying, but you never know, do you? But I'll just show you the article. Let me just share it. Bear with me. Right. Okay, so I think we can all see it here. And like I said, this is back in January, this article, but at least we know it's sold over.
I don't think I've seen it. So
I didn't. I played the remake, but I didn't know that it sold over 1 million copies, and that's.
Oh, fair enough. Okay. But yeah, like, and this article's just saying its success could prompt more titles like it. Let's see. seeming inclined to make more games that are similar to Battle for Bikini Bottom going forward. Released just 6 months ago at the time to near universal praise. And it says it wasn't as fondly remembered as some other games from that period and seemingly passed into obscurity. So it looks like this games industry biz recently interviewed the THQ Nordic CEO, and he said it sold over 1 million across all the platforms. Said they'll hope that it'll reach 2 million. Fantastic success, and even hinted at the potential for similar games being developed by the studio down the line. So I guess could that mean more remakes, or could it be completely new SpongeBob games?
I think they should do a sequel to it.
To Battle for Bikini Bottom.
Yeah.
I'd never played the original, but I basically bought it just because like the trailer looked kind of fun. I was like, yeah, this might give me nostalgia for like classic SpongeBob.
Yeah, same. I haven't played the original either, but I've got the remake, and
I think I might have a long time ago. So I played the original.
It reminded me a bit of Simpsons Hit and Run in a way, not in like obviously driving, but in kind of like the collectathon elements of it and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd love. I don't know if it's. I think the rights for that are probably with EA or someone, but I'd love a Simpsons Hit and Run remake.
And definitely, and the amount of references to like, the original episodes as well.
Yeah.
In this game, yeah.
Oh yeah, in this game, yeah, definitely.
So it's a good game, and you'll know that I've done a review on it, but it's good, but I feel like it could have been a bit more polished as a remake. And for example, what do you think, Ben? Because I haven't really asked you about this.
Obviously, I don't. I mean, I feel like there were one or two things that I couldn't name them because it was just like a feeling at the general feeling at the time. Yeah, there were probably like one or two things that seemed a bit awkward or out of place, or that they hadn't kind of improved since the early 2000s. But like, I felt as if I got my money's worth because I still haven't 100%ed it. I might go back and do that eventually, maybe when I'm in the summer. But
like I say, it's good, but it could be more polished, and there's just some bugs that shouldn't be in there or shouldn't still be in there, which still haven't been fixed. I mean, they could have been fixed now since I played it, but I only played it earlier this year, so and then you fixed then, which is a shame. But have you played? Oh, sorry, go on.
I played it in June, so yeah, they probably would have fixed stuff since then.
Oh, so you played it when it came out, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I didn't play it till January. What about you, George? Have you played the remake, Rehydrated?
I haven't played the remake. I played the original, as I said, but I have watched a lot of your gameplay on it, and it is nice and polished. But as you said, there definitely is bugs and things like that still there. I'm guessing they haven't rushed to fix them. It is because it's more of a children's game, if you know what I mean. Like, I know it's more nostalgia for like us now because we played it when it first came out when we were young. But it's basically for younger children now to play as well. Would you say? If you know what I mean.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. But I know that on Steam, for example, it's got I think an overwhelmingly positive score. It can vary though. Like I say, there's some reviews that say, "Oh, this isn't really a good remake," and then you get people who are reviewing it on Steam. Like I say, it's overwhelmingly positive. It varies, but. Yeah.
Well, you could definitely say all games have the rough patches as well, don't they?
Yeah, I suppose all games. Yeah, most games will have negative reviews. Yeah, even if they're mostly have positive ones. But yeah. So I know that you want Battle for Bikini Bottom 2. I guess that could be good, but they should probably, if they're going to do another Battle for Bikini Bottom, that should probably be the last one. Do you think? The last Battle for Bikini Bottom.
Yeah, definitely don't milk it.
And then I guess maybe either remake other SpongeBob games or just make some new ones, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course,
Or
with
remasters of any kind of properties that THQ owns, because I know that they also own Time Splitters, which isn't like a license thing, but it's a great series of first-person shooters back in the day. Very underrated.
I've got Time Splitters Future Perfect on the PS2. I played a lot of that when I was a kid.
Oh, that's the only one I haven't played. I might emulate that at some point.
I haven't actually played much of the story, but I just used to play the offline mode loads. Where you could just pick maps and it was like deathmatch or something like that.
The fucking multiplayer in Time Splitters 2 was just like peak childhood gaming around.
I haven't played that. Like I say, the only Time Splitters I've played is Future Perfect.
They're probably quite similar actually in the modes.
What's funny as well is when I was a kid as well, I always like looking at some of the characters on Future Perfect. Anyway, I always like looking at some of the characters when you sort of look at a character in the selection screen, you can see their intros as well, and they might do some funny stuff.
I was going to go back to like bikini, not about Hit and Run. That getting a remake. I don't know if I would want that remade because it's got that jankiness to it, but I like it like that. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But like when you first get the game and play it, what was the first thing you do? What would you say? What did you say, Ben?
Kick Marge down the street. That's what.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
Seriously,
that's the first thing that you would do.
Oh, God.
That's what the creator of The Simpsons, because the creator of The Simpsons played the game, and that's literally the first thing he did. He just like went and kicked Marge down to the Cookie Man.
Wow. I've played a lot of it, but I still haven't completed the story.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've played a fair bit of it. Just on a side note, actually, I've noticed that Crash Tag Team Racing that seemed to use some elements from Hit and Run as well, like those coins. Now they looked, for example,
both developed for Radical Entertainment.
Yeah,
pretty much like around the same. Well, not around in the same kind of era, like very close.
Well,
to each other.
There's only a year between them, I think.
Oh, actually, then yeah.
And I think Sierra published both as well, which doesn't exist anymore.
No. What was the one that developed Battlefront 2, the classic Battlefront 2 that doesn't exist anymore?
Pandemic.
Yeah. Oh,
that's a bad name for it now.
That's kind of
yeah.
I think that's one of the sad things about like gaming is that like you have these old devs who made kind of your favorite games as a childhood who just like got dissolved like 10 years ago or something.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, here's Crash Tag Team Racing and the original Battlefront 2, as we know. Well, of course, that one's going to pop up first, isn't it? There we go, the original Battlefront 2, which I got a lot of time out, spent a lot of time playing as well. I imagine you two did.
Oh, yeah. On Steam and PS2, I've got like 100 hours easy.
I won't be surprised if I did as well. But I'd probably argue that, the PC is probably the best experience, though, isn't it? For the original Battlefront 2.
You can people have modded it to high hell nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, especially I played Battlefront 2 on the PS2 very recently, and I mean, I guess it's. I think it's just much better to play on PC, to be honest.
I don't think I've seen footage of it on PC at all. I think I've only seen what it looked like on the original.
I guess we
disc.
could. I guess we could have. I could show you then. Just have a look.
Let's have a quick look.
Yeah. Just.
I'm guessing it. Is it that different to what it looked like on the PS2 compared to on PC?
It's not a million miles away, but the graphics are better, I suppose. And
Yeah.
the quality, the picture quality is better as well as it would be. So, and of course, it's all about the modding as well, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So if I just show you, no, not that one. Right, 2005. Okay. Let's just have a look at this one, I suppose.
So it's been quite a long time since the last time I played this game. Considering what today is. Oh my god, mine is not hitting him because he's so far away.
Yeah, so I remember that bit.
Yeah, like the graphics do look better and the quality looks better, but there's certain differences as well. On the PC version, the main menu looks different, and certain parts
was
of
sorry, I was saying, was that OOF a mod?
Oh my god!
What do you say? Sorry.
Do you have the OOF then? The Roblox one?
I officially don't understand this game. Like maybe
because if that's the mod for it, that is absolutely fantastic.
Which mod? Sorry, was it?
If you go back a couple of seconds, there is a Roblox OOF.
I didn't edit it.
I was gonna say if that was a mod, that would have been so good.
Nah, probably.
Please, oh my god!
I mean, it probably isn't, but you never know. But there's, yeah, I mean, there's, but there are loads of mods for it, and it still keeps getting modded to this day. And yeah, it's great. I mean, it's actually been a while since I played it, since I played the original on PC, but yeah,
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's great. And have you?
I think the PS2 I should never go in it again because I haven't played it for so long.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Have you played the new Battlefront 2?
I haven't played the new one now.
No.
It's
no. When it come out, I wasn't that bothered about it. Because I didn't think it would be as good as the original, but it's got some very, very good reviews I've heard. And from what you guys have said.
It's I think because they put a lot of work into adding extra content into it. And so now it didn't used to have instant action, which I think should be in every fucking Battlefront game personally. That's just something you need to have. But it does now, as well as co-op, which is pretty fun and all sorts.
Yeah, like I say, it is good. It is fun. I guess probably one of the weaker parts of the new Battlefront 2 is the story.
Yeah.
Perhaps the weakest part. I don't know, but I mean, if we do ever get a Battlefront 3, hopefully it'll be like the Ultimate Star Wars game, which the original Battlefront 3 was meant to be. It was even meant to be a Battlefront 4.
Yeah, well,
I've watched a few videos on that, and it's funny what they were going to try and do.
Well, hopefully they just make sure that it's a good game on release this time, because Modern Battlefront 2 was, but it was just lacking a few things, and I think
they can't do that again. Yeah, they've got to have learned that. They have to have learned that.
I think as long as they don't do a Cyberpunk, I think they'll be okay.
Yeah, well, God, Cyberpunk had such high expectations that almost no one was going to be pleased.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess that's it really. I mean, is there anything else you two want to add or want to say?
I don't think I do.
I didn't mention that Kingdom Hearts had come to PC, but it's also on Epic Games, so I guess it'll be a while before I'm playing those games on PC.
Which one? More than one, or?
Probably the one I want to try most is Kingdom Hearts 3, just because that's 30 FPS locked on PS4, and I want to play it in 60 FPS on PC. But the others are 60 FPS because they're not that hard to run on PS4. So.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Well, I guess we've been going live. Well, we've been running for around 20 now. I guess we can leave it there. Thanks for joining me, George and Ben. I hope you enjoyed it.
I've really enjoyed it.
Oh, thanks. Nice to know. And this might be the first in a series of podcasts. We'll see. But I'm hoping for other podcasts in the future I can make it even more professional and not use StreamYard. I've been looking up another way to do it. So, don't think I've got much else to say really, other than just give this a like if you enjoyed it and you want to see more gaming content like this, and subscribe to be notified when I upload new gaming content like this, and even other bits of gaming content that you might be interested in. And again, thanks to you two for joining me. Be sure to subscribe to DW Boy 14's channel and Ben's channel, which is Zanderfist, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that is all.
Nice.